Right, so welcome to this Warhammer 40,000 battle report today. It is the start of a local league. Sean has organised this down at Games of War. The only rules are no formations, no allies, unless it's from the same army list. So, here is the table. I'm facing off against Liam Space Wolves again, using the exact same list from the other day. It was random drawn for the opponent, and obviously I ended up drawing Liam again, so we'll see. We've got 6 objectives. 1, 2, 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6 is just under there. It is Dawn of War deployment, and the mission we've rolled is Deadlock. You'll have to please excuse the noise. There is an open day at Games of War today, so there's a lot of people in. If you live in the area, please pop down and say hello. So we'll now take you through the armies. Right, so this is my Dark Eldar force. It's had to be built a little bit differently. We're not allowed to use the force organisation chart in the battle codexes, so I've had to use a normal force organisation chart, and no formations are allowed. So you'll see a standard force org here as well. So Warlord is the Archon here. He has an Agonizer, and he has a Shadow Field and Haywire Grenades. He's rolling with 3 Incubi and a Clavix. Clavix represented here by the one with the big horns. And they are riding in a Venom. Down here, for fast attack, we have 9 Reavers with 3 Cluster Caltrops and an Arena Champion. The Caltrops are all the ones with the skulls on the back, and the Champion is this guy there with the pink highlights. For troops, I have 2 squads of 10 warriors with a splinter cannon in each. They are riding in 2 raiders, night shields, and splinter racks. For heavy support, I have a Reaper. It has a flicker field and night shields. I then also have a Ravager with 3 dart lancers and night shields as well. The other fast attack option is the Razor Wing. It's got 2 necrotoxin missiles, 2 of the standard ones, Dark Lancers, and a Splinter Cannon. For the Allied detachment, I have a small Coven's force. Again, I'm not allowed to take any formations, so I've had to again build this slightly differently. So we've got Urian Rakarth with 4 Grotesques and a Homunculus. They're all going in the Raider. I didn't really want to put the Homunculus in there, but got nowhere else to put them. And then I've got 5 Racks in a Venom, and they have an Ossifactor. The Warlord trait that I rolled, he has Syndric Sump and an Agonizer as well. The Warlord trait is a 12-inch Fearless Bubble. I decided to take that. And the Combat Drugs is +1 Toughness. So my Reavers are now Toughness 5, which is great. So we'll now go through Liam's force. So this is Liam's Space Wolf force. It's pretty much the same as the other day, but he has made a small change to it. So Liam, what's in your force starting over here?
I have 2 drop pods with 2 6-man Grey Hunters in.
Yeah, and what have they got?
They each have a Melder and a Plasma Pistol.
Okay.
I then have another Grey Hunter squad with pretty much the same setup, but this one has a Flamer instead of a Melder.
Yeah.
I then have my Lord of War Grimnar on Storm Rider because he's insane.
Yep, I found that out the other day.
In the other game I had 2 5-man squads of scouts, but I've realised that they're elites, not troops for us, so I've combined them as a 10-man, and I've taken only 4 with camo cloaks and snipers. The others are close combat weapons and the pistol.
Right, no problem.
I then have a 5-man squad of Wolfguard Terminators, WYSIWYG, so 3 hammers, 2 with wolf claws.
Yep.
My HQ choice is Canis Wolfborn with 2 Fenrisian Wolves.
Yep.
I then have Murderfang in the half-built drop pod.
Yep.
I have an 8-man pack of Fenrisian Wolves.
Yep.
I have 2 Laspreds, WYSIWYG.
Yep.
And
then that horrible thing.
I have a Storm Wolf with twin-linked las cannons, twin-linked multi-melders, and Harry's favourite weapon of all, the Hellfrost cannon.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. So we'll come back after deployment. Dark Eldar are deploying first, and I'm going to elect to go first as well, unless Liam sees. So we'll come back after deployment. Right, so after deployment, I've put the racks here in the Venom. Down here, I've put the Reaper. The Ravager is there, looking to hopefully get a few shots on some things over there. One of the boats here with the Archon and the Incubi in there. I've put Urian in that Raider. So obviously his 12-inch plus one to the power from pain. The Reavers, I've stuck all there, and the last poison boat there. Liam's deployment, he has put the Wolves over here. Canis Wolfborn there, he needs to go after what he did last time. He's put the 2 Predators here. And over here is Grimnar and one of the squads. He infiltrated his scouts down here, 12 inches out of line of sight. And I'm thinking that they need to go because they're in the way. But we'll see what happens. Liam has rolled to seize the initiative. He did not seize. So let's see what cards I get. Witch Hunter, you don't have any psychers, do you? So discard it. Secure objective 4. Overwhelming firepower. Take them alive. Secure objective 2. Secure objective 6. And secure objective 6. So, I need to go over his side of the board quite quick. We'll see what happens. Right, so after movement, the Venom has moved up to here. Look to get shots on either the Wolves or Canis Wolfborn over there. Down here, the Reaper has moved to claim that objective and looking to get some shots down on the Predator. The Ravager has pivoted again to get some shots down on that. Over here, everything has shuffled around. I'm looking to either take them out in the shooting phase or use the Reavers to assault them. Possibly jump up to there. I haven't fully decided as of yet. It depends on whether or not I can take out a Predator. He has got some drop pods coming in next though. That's the only thing I need to be careful of. So we'll now move on to shooting phase. Right, so shooting phase hasn't been too bad. The Venom here took a couple of shots at Canis Wolfborn, took out the 2 Wolves due to the splinter cannons being AP5. Only got 4 wounds altogether, and Canis passed both of his saves. However, the OSI factor from the racks due to Fleshbane AP2 caused a wound. Down here, the Reaper shot at the Predator. He hit. He got D3 haywire shots, which meant he got 3. And I rolled 3 6s to pen, and Liam failed all of his cover saves, so the Predator's gone. The Ravager had nothing left to shoot at because of the Reaper, so he's flat-outed into there. Just to point out as well that scored me overwhelming firepower and first blood. Down here, I've took out some of the scouts with the Reavers and the poison boat. There is 4 left. I didn't do too many wounds and Liam passed most of his saves, and they've passed morale, so now the Reavers are going to assault. So yeah, we'll come back after that. So assault phase, down here I'm going to charge the scouts. We've measured it is 5 inches, but Liam's going to overwatch. The heavy bolter was one of the snipers, and then we've got 3 ball pistols. So Liam, you want to roll your hits?
Both guns.
Oh, both guns, sorry, yeah.
Here, rapid fire.
Yeah.
1.
That's 1.
Sniper, 6s.
Nope. You need 5s to wound because I'm now toughness 5. And that doesn't wound. I need 5 to get into combat. That's 8. So yeah, we'll measure all the combats up and come back after that. So over here, as you can see, the Reavers took out the scouts. I got 2 of the caltrops in base to base, and I scored 10 Hammer of Wraths. I failed 1 wound, but I didn't get any rends, and Liam only failed 3 saves, which left 1 of them alive. 3 of them were still in base to base, so they got the normal strength 4 Hammer of Wraths, 2 wounds, and Liam failed his saves. So they went and consolidated 3 inches back into the cover. Turn 1 is knife fighting, so I do get a 2-up jink for the ones in the cover, and obviously, yeah, actually 2-up jink altogether. So points wise, secure objective 2 because I flat out with the Raider up to there. Secure objective 6 twice for that. Objective 2, the Reaper is on. Overwhelming firepower because I killed the Predator, and take them alive because I took the scouts out. Plus first blood for the Predator gets me 6 points in turn 1. So now Liam's going to draw his cards. Right, so Liam's cards: behind enemy lines, supremacy, blood and guts. Objective 2, 3, and 4. The only one on his side is 4. Supremacy, he's going to need to try and control the other 4 objectives, or at least knock me off some of mine. So we'll come back after Liam's drop pods have come in. So here is Liam's first drop pod where he's going. Do you want to roll, see if it scatters, Liam?
Goodbye, drop pod.
Oh, 6 inches. I think that's going to be straight inside of the terrain. We'll measure that and do that one in a moment. Do you want to roll the other one over here? So over here, this drop pod is going this way 9 inches. So we'll measure both of them and come back after he's done the rest of his movement. Right, so Liam's done the rest of his movement. The Grey Hunters are getting out, looking to hopefully blow the venom up. And the wolves have moved forward, hoping to probably assault the racks and take them out. The drop pod is there as well, holding that objective. It should be within 3. Over here, Canis has moved up into there, looking to probably charge that and kill that up as well. Down here, he's pivoted the Predator, forgot the name of it there. These got a 6-inch moves through cover, so they're sat on top and right underneath. And Grimnar has moved forward as well, looking to probably charge these. So we're going to do the shooting phase now, and we'll come back after that. Right, so shooting phase. The Grey Hunters took out the venom despite 3 objink because of the knife fighting. The racks then disembarked this way, didn't explode it. The drop pod then shot and killed one of the racks despite a 4 cover and a 5 up feel no pain. That was it on this side. Meanwhile, over here, these Grey Hunters and the Melter shot at this raider. He got 2 glances with the bolters rapid firing, and I failed 1 of the 3 up jink saves. That one does not have night shields, or it only got a 3 up jink this turn due to knife fighting, and the Melter missed. Over here, the Grey Hunters there, and the Laspred shot at these getting a 2 up jink due to 3 up skilled rider, plus night fighting. Only the twin link last cannon hit and he wounded, but obviously I passed the 2 up jink. Grimnar shot his storm bolter down at them as well, but failed to wound due to them being toughness 5 due to combat drugs. So that is it for the shooting phase for Liam. He's now going to assault Grimnar. We've measured it. He does need a 9-inch charge. So do you want to roll this on camera, Liam? Obviously I would overwatch, but you're going to put the poison straight on the chariot, aren't you? So, yep. And that's a 7. He's not in. He's also going to charge Canis, I think, as well. So we'll. What are these charging at? I don't know if they can see them there. We'll come back after the rest of the assault phase. So the assault phase, the wolves failed to charge the racks, despite having fleet that didn't make the 10-inch charge that they needed. Over here, Canis only scored 2 hits, and he got 1 pen, and Liam got lucky and rolled a 6 and blew it up. In the explosion, I lost 2. We do need to roll wound against Canis, but the Dark Eldar have passed their leadership test, so they are not pinned. Canis's toughness is 5, so needing 5s to wound him. That's not a wound. So that's the end of Liam's turn. We'll now total these points up. So Liam scores 3 points, blood and guts for destroying the raider, behind enemy lines as he has a drop pod and troops over there as well, and secure objective 4, which the Grey Hunters and the Grimnar are on. He does not score supremacy. These have objectives secured, and he only holds the one over there with the Grey Hunters, and he holds this one here with the drop pod as well. So he holds 2, meanwhile I hold 2 as well. So that puts the score at 6-3 to Dark Eldar. Right, so a couple of things to note. These are the cards I got. Big Game Hunter, Hold the Line, Ascendancy, Objective 4 still from last turn, and Pain in all its forms. I just want to note as well, I totally forgot to bring my Scourge along, so I was running at 120 points handicap. Liam has allowed me to proxy some models that I borrowed from Josh, so some Assault Marines are going to be proxied as Scourge with 4 hairwire. They are on the table, they're not going there though, and the Razor Wing has come on, so I need to deep strike them and place the Razor Wing. I then need to do my movement, so we'll come back after that. Right, so back here, the racks have moved back this way, securing that objective and staying in some cover. The Razor Wings came on. It's going to look to hopefully get rid of the wolves, as in combat they are pretty nasty. The Reaper has just pivoted, looking to hopefully get a shot or 2 down on either dropping the Blast Templar on the wolves, depending on how the Razor Wing does, or possibly shoot its bit large hairwire at the drop pod. Down here, The Ravager has moved out, looking to hopefully get rid of that drop pod. Up here, everything's moved forward. I want that objective 4. I want rid of them troops on there, and I want the Reavers in combat with Grimnar. Ideally, I would have gotten the Archon and the Incubi out, as well as the Grotesques, but I had to move 12 to get them even close, so I'm hoping the Reavers will at least take Grimnar out, hopefully with the Hammer of Rats, but we shall see. That's it for me. The Scourge did deep strike here, but scattered back to there, so they're looking to hopefully get rid of the Predator as well. So we shall come back after the shooting phase. Right, so shooting phase, the Razor Wing's been pretty destructive down here. He totally missed with his Necrotoxin and one of the Monocyte missiles. The other one managed to kill a couple of the wolves, I think it was 3 or 4. And then the Splinter Cannon took another one out. They failed the leadership and ran back 5 inches to there. Down here, the Ossifactor hit the Marine through the window, but Liam passed his cover save. The Reaper shot at the drop pod. It hit, but due to the haywire, it didn't do anything. I rolled a 1. Down here, I hit the drop pod with 2 Lancers, and I only penned with 1. So that's now snap fire in that, and it's down to 2 whole points. Over here, kept the Warriors still last turn, so I rapid fired everything, and despite all of the hits and wounds, Canis only lost 1 wound, so he's down to 1. Meanwhile, back here, the Scourge obviously took out the Predator. Back here, I had to think a little bit, because really, with his troops being there, I wanted to try and get onto objective 4 with this Raider, flatten it out. So I shot, I got 3 hits with the disintegrator cannon from the Jinkin Raider, and killed a couple of the Raiders there. The Marines. The Venom also shot down and killed a couple as well, but there was 1 left, and forced me to use the Poison Bolt to take him out entirely. So I'm hoping when the Reavers charge Grimnar, if they take him out, I can secure objective 4, as I don't think that raid is quite within 3 inches. So we'll now move on to the assault phase. They are going to charge, and they can't fail because they're only 1 inch away. So we'll come back after that. Liam does have his Overwatch to do though. Right, so the assault phase over here didn't quite go as I planned, but it wasn't too bad. The Reavers all charged in and used the cluster caltrops. I only got a couple of hits. I think I got about 6, 7, and I got 2 Rens, and Liam passed 1 of his in-guns against Grimnar, so he's down to 1. The rest of the Hammer Rats and the rest of the attacks, he passed all of his 2-up saves. He then swung back at strength 8 to make sure he was winning on 2s, and I did lose 3, I think. No, I lost 4, and I lost 1 to Overwatch despite a 5-up feel no pain. So I did end up with only 4 Reavers left. However, the Warlord's Warlord trait was 12-inch Bubbler Fearless, so he kept them fearless. I then chose to hit and run out of combat. I was hoping to get rid of Grimnar so I could get objective 4 as well as Ascendancy, but I didn't. So they hit and run out, and they jump back to here to hold this one. So points wise, I do get supremacy because I hold this one here, I hold this one here as well, and they trump Canis on the one there. This one, however, because the racks aren't troops, they don't have objective secured, so I don't technically hold that one. I do also get hold the line for 1, 2, and 3. Big Game Hunter I get for taking out the Predator. And pain in all of its forms. I only destroyed 1 unit in the shooting phase, so I also get a point for that. So that's 1, 2, 3, and I get D3 for Ascendancy. So I'll just roll a dice for Ascendancy. I get 2 points for Ascendancy, so that puts the score at 8, 9. That is 10 to Dark Eldar, and I'll just add the rest of them up as well. Right, so we just added the points up. It is 11 to Dark Eldar, 3 to Space Wolves, and these are Liam's cards. Objective 1, 2, and 3, which are all the ones on my side. He does trump me for Objective 1 though, so he's getting at least 1 point this turn. Overwhelming firepower, and he's still got supremacy, so he needs to hold twice as many as me, and I'm currently sat on 3, so he needs to knock me off one of them. So we've got a couple of reserve rolls first of all. What order are you going to roll these for? Which one's this one first, Liam?
Terminators.
And not on.
Murderfire.
Is not on.
Stormfire.
Is on. Damn. Right, so we'll come back after Liam's done his movement. Right, so Liam's movement's been pretty quick. We've got over here that Marines have moved through cover 3 inches into there, probably looking to take out the racks. Over here, these Marines have moved up, looking to probably try and trump me on their objective. And Grimnar's tried to get out of the way as well, looking to probably get onto their objective as well. We'll see what happens though. So we're now going to go on to shooting. So just forgot to mention the movement phase. The Stormfang came on here looking to get a couple of shots in on the Razor Wing as well. So Liam's going to shoot the last cannon and the multi-melter. Last cannon, twin linked obviously, misses, hits, needing a 1 to glance. So that glances. So 3 up jink, fine. 2 multi-melters, not within 12 inches though. Twin linked. So that's 2 hits, needing 2s to glance this time. That is 2 pens, 2 3 up jinks. Fine, so the Razor Wing is still alive. Right, so in the rest of the shooting phase, Liam used Power of the Machine Spirit to drop the Hellforce Destructor on this. However, it did scatter 4 or 5 inches to the side, which meant it didn't clip that at all. Down here, the Logan Grimnar even shot the Stormbolt at them due to toughness 5. He didn't wound. And I think that was, or no, actually over here. He rapid fired his bolters and the Stormbolter from the drop pod, took out 2 of the racks, but obviously they are fearless. So we're now going to go on to the assault phase. Down here, Grimnar's going to charge the Reavers. Now obviously the poison won't do anything to the Chariot. Liam's elected to put it against there, so I'm not even going to roll for it. Being quite gentlemanly. We've measured it, it's 5 inches to the base, but he's going through cover, so he needs 7. So Liam, do you want to roll your charge distance? Yes, he fails. That's it. That was a 2. Over here, Canis is also charging, but he's not going to fail, so we won't roll that. However, I do get to Overwatch. We counted up, obviously, because I didn't move, I get 6 shots from the Splinter Cannon, so that's 20 shots. 6 is to hit. That is 1 hit. 4's to wound. That's not a wound, so we'll come back after he's shredded the rest of them up. There you go, he's in for definite. Right, so this assault over here, warriors are initiative 5, and I get 1 attack each, and I need 4's to hit and 6's to wound. So I'm just going to do mine quickly. Liam does get to reroll hits and wounds though, and he's hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. So I need 4's to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That wasn't bad. Come on, 6s. That's 1, so you need to take 1 armor save, but even if you fail, you still get to attack at the same time. And he survives. So you get 7 attacks back at me. 3's re-rolling. So they all hit. 2's to kill, re-rolling 1s, because of shred. And I don't get me feel no pain. And then re-roll for shred. So that's 7 gone, which leaves me with 1. So basically, do you overrun me? Because I'm not fearless. In fact, yeah, so hang on, morale check. 6, 7, that's actually a pass, so he stays. So, oh no, actually it's not, because I lost by 7. So I need a double 1s. So do I get away initiative 5 plus 1, that's 6, don't roll a 1. Yeah, so he overruns him and he's destroyed that unit. James chose to keep his remaining 4 cards. He knows he can't draw another one next turn, but he reckons he can probably get some, and to be honest, I think he probably can as well. He did score a point for secure objective 1, so the score is 11-4 to the Dark Eldar. So we'll now move on to Dark Eldar turn 3. So welcome back. I have done my movement. I need to show me cards as well, just to show you though the racks have moved up there. I still have the Ossifactors. I'm hoping to kill 1 or 2 of them before we go down. I drew objective 4 still, Secure 2, Domination and Supremacy. I flew the Razor Wing off. I'm looking to get Domination next turn possibly, but the Ravager has moved to here looking to get some shots in on that drop pod and hopefully get rid of that. I'm hoping the racks can keep them off the objective so I can hopefully get it next turn. The Reaper has stayed exactly where it is, as there's not really anything else I can shoot. I want rid of that drop pod on our objective rather than the other one. Over here I've moved things very carefully. The Reavers have come out. I need rid of these here as well because they're going to be an annoyance. Meanwhile over here the Grotesques jumped out 6 and then the Raider moved 12 to get objective 4. The Venom has moved 6 and then the Archon and the Incubi have gotten out. This Raider has moved 12 inches and he can see through the windows and he can see through these 2 windows here. Canis consolidated down, but the model physically doesn't fit, so we obviously know that he is under there. So I'm looking to get hopefully enough wounds on him for him to fail an armor save. So that would actually give me the 3 objectives on this side of the table, and this one would make 4, setting me up next turn to hopefully get the 2 either side there, but we'll have to see. So I'm going to go on to my shooting phase, but just one thing to declare as well. I did declare fleet with the Cindric Sump from the Homunculus there as well. So I've got a few attacks to make and I'll be looking to do some charges. Right, so after the shooting phase, Canis Wolfborn is gone. The Raider and the Venom unloaded into it and he only failed 1 save. So Canis is now gone and off that objective, meaning I can probably get that next turn. Down here, the racks failed to do anything against the Marines, and I only scored a single haywire hit on the drop pod, and the Ravager made 2 hits, 1 pen, and Liam passed his 4 cover. Down here, the Reavers rapid fired, obviously the snap shooting got 1 hit but failed to wound, and the disintegrator cannon from there shot through all of the cover looking to kill maybe one of the Marines, but again failed to wound. Over here I chucked a haywire grenade at Grimnar, but it failed to wound him. And that was pretty much it. Actually I've still got the Scourge to shoot, but we're going to do a few assaults as well. So I'll do the shooting and I'll come back and we'll roll the assaults. Right, so the Scourge shot the haywire blasters at Grimnar. Liam elected to take them on Grimnar himself, so I needed 4 to wound. I got 3 wounds and he failed to save, so Grimnar's now down to 2 wounds. I am going to make me charge. First of all, the Archon's going to charge. Are you going to overwatch? Okay, so 2 dice. 6s to hit. That is no hits. So basically, there we go. 8 inches. The rain, they'll pile in. We've measured this. These need a 5-inch charge, but I have fleet. There's 7, so they're in. So we'll come back after we've worked out all of those assaults. Right, so it took us a while to work this out because of so many initiatives. The Archon hit first, and Grimnar passed his his normal save. The Clavex then went, and Liam passed his invuln then. The Incubi and Urian struck at the same time. Despite all the AP2, I didn't hit many, didn't wound very many either, despite being strength 5 because I'm Furious Charge in turn 3 because of Urian. He managed to pass all of his saves that I did wound him with. Grimnar then attacked back. The Archon tanked a lot of them with his Shadow Field, and then I chose to take Storm Rider's hits on the Incubi, due to 3-up save and then at least getting a 5 feel no pain. I didn't want to lose that 2-up Shadow Field in case I end up staying in combat. The Grotesques have then hit. They are strength 5 poison, but obviously due to the poison, due to the strength being higher, I get to re-roll wounds. So I've got this many wounds on him. Do you want to roll them on camera, Liam? If he gets 2 1s, he's gone.
Very unlikely he's going to survive.
1. No! No! I am fearless. I don't know if Grimnar is. We'll double check that and come back shortly. So over here you're seeing Grimnar tank everything. I seriously did not expect him to survive that much AP2 from the Incubi and the sheer amount of attacks re-rolling from the Grotesque. Down here the Reavers charged in, they killed 4 of them, a couple of Wrens, and then obviously their attacks as well. They did pass the leadership test on 3, and then I hit and ran out just to jump back and secure objective 3. So looking at my points at the end of that turn, supremacy, I actually hold 4, Liam holds 1. I scored secure objective 4 and objective 2. Objective 4, the raiders are on over there, and objective 2 is underneath there. So I scored 2 points plus a D3. The D3 is 2 more points, so I score 4 more points. And although I probably could get domination next turn, I'm not going to chance it. He's got Murder Fang and the Terminator's coming on, so I'm going to have to deal with them. So I'm going to discard domination. That puts the score at 15-4 to Dark Eldar. Still got the same cards as he had last turn. He's got supremacy, overwhelming firepower, secure objective 2 and 3. So Liam, do you want to roll for your reserves? You've got Terminators first.
Yes.
They're on, and Murder Fang is not on, thank God. So we'll come back after Liam's done his movement. Right, so Liam's done his movement. Down here the Marines have moved through cover. Not all of them made it in though, so I forgot to charge them last turn, so I'm going to pay for that, I think. The Stormfang has turned 90 degrees and he's looking to shoot over here, probably getting rid of the poison bolt or the venom. The Terminators, Liam chose to walk them on from the table edge rather than deep strike them. And over here he's moved the Marines out this way, probably looking to shoot at them. So we'll come back after he's done his shooting. Right, so shooting so far, over here he has shot the bow pistols at the Reavers and hasn't done anything. Down here, everyone shot the bow pistols at the racks, and the drop pod shot at the racks as well. Didn't cause any wounds, passed the field no pains and things. Over here he's going to shoot the Stormfang at the Raider. Now only the melter on that side and the last cannon can see, so he's going to roll 2 dice. The blue one is the last cannon. Multi-melter misses. Melter hits, so does the last cannon go through? 1's a glance. That's a pen, 3 up jink. Oh no, wait, see what happens. So it's +2 because the AP2 and open top. Oh, sorry. So that's shaken or stunned. And the melter, well, that would be a pen anyway by the time you add the other dice. No, it's a pen, so it's AP1, so this is +3. Oh, sorry, hang on. Right, so 3 up jink on the Raider for the melter. Passes that. So, I am fearless due to being within 12 inches of the Warlord. So that is down to 2 hull points. He's now going to fire the Hellfrost Destructor, so we'll come back when he's doing that. So Liam's doing his Hellfrost Destructor. He's elected to target it there, which covers an Homunculus and 1 Grotesque. You have to forgive the camera angle, it's a little bit funny. So, do you want to roll scatter, Liam? Direct hit, so it covers a Homunculus, a Grotesque, and the Venom as well. So we'll work all this out and we'll come back shortly. Right, so down here, the Hellfrost Destructor did not glance or pen against the Venom, and I chose not to jink due to having a 5 up in run. It did wound the Grotesque, but he passed his 5 up feel no pain, so I didn't have to take a strength test with him. The Homunculus took a wound, he failed his feel no pain. He is toughness 4, so he would get it, and he failed his strength test, he rolled a 4, so the Homunculus has been removed from play, but Urian is still there. So we're now going to move on to Liam's assaults. Right, so over here Liam charged the Marines in. I overwatched with the Ossifactor and caused a hit. I wounded and killed, and then I did only 1 additional hit. Liam passed his armor save though, because the additional hits at AP dash. And I had 4 attacks due to having 2 close combat weapons, and I managed to actually kill another 2 of them. So yeah, that was Liam lost, but he passed his leadership. The other combats, meanwhile, over here, the Marines charged in, didn't cause any wounds, I didn't cause any wounds back. I went to hit and run and I rolled a 6, so I failed. Down here, Grimnar is gone. The Clavex and Incubi managed to actually take him out. Actually, no, they didn't. The Archon didn't wound. The Clavex wounded, but he passed his in-run. And then the 2 remaining Incubi managed to take him out at initiative step 5. He swung back, though, against the Grotesques, and I passed the 5 up feel no pains from a wound from Storm Rider. and from the AP3 axe. So they both got a 5-inch consolidation move, so they both just moved back out. Liam didn't score any points. He got overwhelming firepower, secure 3 and 2. He chose to discard supremacy, but that also gives me warlord kills. So we'll now move on to Dark Eldar, turn 4. Right, so my cards are Behind Enemy Lines, Fear and Terror, and Scour the Skies. Scour the Skies, I'm hoping to get a couple of lucky shots with the Dark Lancers from the Razor Wing here. I've just rolled to try and move this, and it immobilised itself, so I need to try and get rid of the drop pod here. Over here, I'm hoping to cause Fear and Terror, because the racks actually have Fear, which I've been forgetting to roll for. They also have it will not die and Zealot now as well, so that's great. The other movement, I've moved these here, just moving out, looking to hopefully get to the Terminators. I've moved them into the open, although the, what do you call it, to there, because he's not going to be able to fire at us due to where he's going to have to turn. The Venom over here has moved back as well, looking to hopefully get some shots down there. Actually, I think I'm going to not put that there, I'm going to move it. It was here, so I'm actually going to place it over here instead. The Raiders moved up to there as well. I haven't moved the Scourge yet. That Raider and the Grotesques have also moved around there as well. So yeah, I'm hoping to get rid of the Terminators and this. Hopefully these will kill these in the assault phase as well. So we'll come back to you after I've done the Scourge's movement and the rest of me shooting. It's a shooting phase. Down here, I scored 2 haywire shots against the drop pod from the Reaper. Only 1 pen and 1 failed to do anything. Liam passed his cover save, and the Dark Lancers, sorry, didn't do anything either against that drop pod. Over here, I shot the 2 Dark Lancers at that, hoping to get a lucky shot and blow it up. Liam elected not to jink, and although both hit, both failed to pen. Down here, the Scourge moved forward, and I looked to hopefully get a couple of blind haywire shots up on that, but I didn't actually hit. Over there, wow, Terminators got destroyed. The poison shots from the Venom, all of them, nearly all of them hit, got quite a lot of wounds, I think 6 wounds. Liam rolled, and he rolled 4 ones. That left one with a lightning claw left, which this disintegrator cannon hit and wounded 3 times. That one did not jink last turn, so it was a full ballistic skill. The Grotesques ran into there to get a cover save, plus the feel no pain, because I'm guessing the Stormfang's probably going to go for them. I'm going to run the Archon, I reckon, out of the way a little bit, but that was it. We have an assault to do, which is this one over here, and the ones for the racks as well. Right, so the combat over here was tied. We did 1 wound each, both passed our saves. Liam passed his, what do you call it, the fear test, so I didn't score Fear and Terror there. Over here, I killed 1 Marine, and I desperately wanted him to pass his morale check, so I was tied up in combat with them, so he can't shoot arrows, and he passed. He rolled 6 for his leadership. And I ran the Archon just an inch further forward. So, points-wise, I score Behind Enemy Lines because of the Raider. I flat out at the back, and I'm going to discard Scour the Skies because that's going to be the hardest one for me to get. So I score 1 more point, which puts the total at 16, so yeah, 17-4 actually, because I killed Grimnar. So we'll now move on to Liam's turn. So Liam's done all of his movement and shooting. It was quite quick. He has secure objective 3 still, secure objective 2, and overwhelming firepower, so he needed to kill something. He shot the multi-melters and the last cannon down at that. Took 1 whole point off of due to the 3 of Jink. The Hellfrost Destructor hit, but didn't wound. Pen rather. Down here, Murderfang came in the unbuilt drop pod. Them 2, plus this drop pod, shot up at the Razor Wing, and he elected not to jink because he was going to need 6s and 6s, and he took 2 whole points off it. So never mind about that. We've now got 2 assaults to do, which are the racks over this side, and we've got the Reavers over at that side. So we'll now move on to that assault. Right, so assaults over here, tie combat again. Over here, it was tie combat, but I decided to hit and run out, as I want to try and get rid of that this turn. I'm hoping the Hammer of Wraths are going to help us with that. Liam is not within 3 inches of that though, so unfortunately he doesn't get it. He can't consolidate when I hit and run out. I don't think, we'll have to double check though, because he might actually get it. So we'll now move on to Dark Eldar turn 5. We double checked and you can consolidate out of it, so he has now getting that for secure objective 3. Obviously I wanted them out because I want rid of Murder Fang over there, so I'm not sure what the points are. We'll add them up and we'll draw my cards. So Fear and Terror and secure objective 1 is where I've drawn. Secure objective 1 is there, so I still don't get that. The Reaper and the Reavers and the Scourge have all moved this way, hopefully to get rid of Murder Fang and possibly that drop pod there. The Incubi and the Archon have jumped into the Venom, and I'm going to flat out the Venom over there. Hopefully if the game continues I can take out them over there. That Poison Boat's moved round looking to take out this Marine down here, and they've just shuffled up to get Linebreaker if the game ends, and the Razor Wing's obviously chasing down the Stormfang. I want it gone. So we'll move on to the shooting and see what happens. Right, so we've done the shooting and the assault all in one go. Over here, Tide Combat again, shooting from the Ravager, managed to blow up the pod there. Down here, I shot the Reaper at Murder Fang and it missed. I shot 4 Haywire Blasters from the Scourge at him and did 1 hull point. I then charged the Reavers in and I did 1 rend, despite 11 D6 strength 6, 11 strength 6 Hammer of Wrath rend. I only got 1 6 on the rends, so that took him down 1. In turn he only killed 2 because I passed 2 Feel No Pains due to being toughness 5. Over here I shot at the Stormfang. I only scored 1 pen, and Liam saved it with a Jink, so that is jinking because he knows it's going off next turn anyway. Meanwhile down here the Raider there unloaded into the single Marine and took him out. The Venom with the Archon in, flat outed. I'm looking to hopefully try and get rid of them, but it's going to be turn 7 before anything like that happens. So secure objective 1 and Fear and Terror. Fear and Terror is the only one that I'm actually going to be able to get, so I'm forced to discard a card. It's going to be objective 1. Right, so Liam drew secure objective 2, which was there. He didn't have the manoeuvrability to be able to get to it. The Stormfang has moved that way, and that was it for movement. Shooting, he shot that drop pod at the Razor Wing, hoping to get lucky again, but he didn't hit. Down here, Murder Fang in the assault managed to kill another one. I passed a 5 up, Feel No Pain. I am fearless. I tried to hit and run out, but I rolled a 6 again. And over there, Tide Combat yet again. So they are the unkillable Racks and Grey Hunters. So Liam has chosen to discard objective 2, and he's left with overwhelming firepower, hoping to get something next turn. So we'll now move on to actually we need to see if the game continues. So do you want to roll the dice, Liam? It continues. So Dark Eldar, turn 6. So I did my entire turn as it was quite quick. The Scourge have jumped this way. In their shooting, they took out the drop pod over here that had 2 hull points left. The Razor Wing went this way and shot at the Stormfang, and he didn't pen. Over here, I shot the large blast template at the drop pod, scored a glance on that, and I got a direct hit. And also covered Murder Fang as well. So because it can scatter into combat, I scored a glance against Murder Fang and saved the last Reaver. The Reaver there in his assault phase jumped that way. Over here, this Ravager shot 2 Dark Lance over at the drop pod and didn't hit. The Venom here flat outed over here, past its difficult terrain. And in here, it was a tied combat. So at the end of my turn, I didn't score any points, but the only card I have is Fear and Terror, which Liam passed his leadership test again due to them causing fear. So that's now the turn of the Space Wolves for turn 6. Right, so Liam's entire turn, Stormfang turned 90 degrees, moved to here. The drop pod shot at the Reaver, didn't wound. And in here, what a surprise, tied combat yet again. As it stands, the score is 18-5. I would get 19 due to the Linebreaker over there. But does the game continue, Liam? On a 4, it does. It does not. So that is the end of the game. Yeah. I think I was quite lucky with a few cards at the beginning of the game, and deploying everything really early on really helped us. My opinion, or what I went for at the beginning, obviously the 12-inch Fearless Bubble from the Archon, and obviously the +1 power from Pain from Urian, meant I could just dominate this side of the table and totally sweep round. I'll admit I did get a few lucky rolls. Liam unfortunately had some unlucky rolls with the Terminators as well, but I'm definitely feeling my Dark Eldar a lot more than the Blood Angels. But yeah, I really enjoyed that game. Liam, do you have any comments?
Good game. I obviously need to work more on my Space Wolves, but hopefully my new force that I'm working on will be pretty good. And yeah,
I think some Thunderwolves would definitely do you the world of good.
Well, I'm planning getting 15 next month.
Nice. So we shall look forward to them. Obviously, I'm only filming my battles in the league. We are allowed to change forces around. To be honest, I've never tried Dark Eldar without any homunculus formations. I quite like taking the Coven stuff apart from I was forced to take the extra Hemi, which didn't really do much good, but running them like that with a little bit of a kind of Death Star was quite enjoyable. I will next time obviously remember to bring me Scourge and not borrow Josh's Assault Marines. But yeah, that is the end of the game at the end of turn 6. And yeah, so if you like the channel, please like, subscribe and share. Please ask questions. I'm always open to questions, and I'll certainly try and answer as much as I can. So thanks very much, guys.